to hear. Parents, if you need to show this to your children, please do so, because it's just something that was laid on my heart today to share with the world. What's up, Cindy's Chronicles? Boom! Good morning. Well, it'll probably be afternoon by the time y'all get this video, but happy Friday! Woo, woo, woo. Who happy? Who? Tell me who's happy that today is Friday.
Me?
Okay, guys, so I was riding this morning, and well, actually this morning while I was having my coffee, I said, I said a little prayer this morning, and I said, God, I don't want to make a video today just doing anything. Can you give me a sign or put a thought in my head of something that I can tell somebody that may actually help somebody today? Something that y'all know what I mean. You know, something that just could be helpful to somebody today. I gotta get my camera right, guys. I gotta learn how to hold a camera in the car while we talk, because it's really hard and it's shaking. Anyway, let's see. Can y'all see me now? Okay. Here's a good great angle. All right, so this is what happened. I said a little prayer this morning. I was like, I want to be able to be uplifting to somebody today. I want to be a help to somebody. I don't want to just get on here and say something that, yeah, whatever. Anyway, long story short, as I was getting dressed, it popped in my head that I wanted to share this with somebody in hopes that it helps somebody today. Guys, I really want you to know how important it is to take advice from a wiser person. All right, I know that sometimes when your parents tell you, and this is not just for children, this is for young adults as well, because a lot of times we get so caught up in the new, you know, the new time, the new what do you call this, the new
generation.
You know, we get so caught up in the new generation, we don't take the time to realize that everything is a cycle, guys. You see how the 90s clothes are coming back into style. The everything is a cycle. It's just it's a cycle with a new time, with a new
time capsule.
With a new time capsule. Everything is a cycle with a new time capsule. So if a wiser person gives you advice, take the time to try and listen. If your mom is telling you, hey, don't do this, or look, you should do it this way or that way, I'm not saying that they're always right, but it's something right about what they're saying. So take the time to analyze it and just try to at least right. So just try to take everything with a grain of salt. You know, if you don't understand it, try to take the time to understand it, because most of the time, I would say like 98% of the time, it's definitely some truth to what they're trying to tell you, and they're trying to prevent you from making the same mistake that they made. I know it's not story time today, but I would love to share this story with you guys. My dad gave me some of the best advice ever in life, okay? But in my early 20s, I just remember thinking, my dad is so crazy. My dad told me, he did a lot for my son, well, for all my kids before he passed. And because he was always with my son, he told me, he said, Cindy, I want to adopt the kids. And I was like, Daddy, you sound crazy. You know, one day these kids, Daddy gonna come back and he's gonna want to be a part of their life, and you know, all that kind of stuff. And make sure I got the camera in. Excuse me, my hair, guys. I'm going to get my hair done today. Hopefully I'll be tired of looking like I'll be done looking like a bucket head, okay? Anyway, he would say, let me adopt the children, because, you know, he basically was taking care of my kids. And I would say, Daddy, you sound crazy. He even told me one time, he was like, let's go half on buying this house, because it was really inexpensive. And my daddy was a carpenter. He rebuilt houses. He built houses from the ground up. And I'm like, Daddy, are you crazy? I'm not going in on that ugly house. And he was like, if we buy it, then I can stay in one part, you stay in one part, and we could just, I could take my time and fix it up from the front to the back. And I'm like, oh no. Now that I look back at it, he was really trying to get me to invest. You know, that house would have been mine. I could have passed it to my children. It wasn't until I got older till I understood what he was saying. It wasn't until I got older that I didn't understand a lot of stuff he was saying. Everything that my daddy told me, he said, Cindy, if the kid's daddy don't want anything to do with them now, he's probably never gonna want anything to do with them. Let me adopt the kids. And he reached out to the kid's dad, and he was like, yes, you can adopt them as long as you know, she don't try to put me on child support or nothing. He want nothing to do with the kid. So my dad said he you know, he doesn't want anything to do with him. He's okay with me adopting them. And I'm like, no. Little did I know, when my dad passed, my kids would have been taken care of for the rest of their life. But that's neither here or there. That's just like two of the things that I chose to not listen to. It was like a million things. And I'm thinking, he's old, he don't understand the new times. And now that I look back, it's no such thing. You know, we might have new internet, we may have new, you know what I'm saying? But in reality, it's a cycle. Everything still repeats itself. When I talk to my older relatives, they were going through the same thing back then when they didn't even have TV that we're going through now. So I just want to tell you guys how important it is to take advice from a wiser person. Don't think because your grandparents or your mom or your dad is telling you, listen baby, do it this way. Don't think that they're just trying to be old time and that they don't understand you, because they do. They're wiser. They've been there before. And yeah, I mean, I'm not telling you to go and say, let me take advice from a grown-up that's, you know, not in their right mind or whatever, but definitely take the time to try and listen to a wiser person. They've been here before. They've made a ton of mistakes, and they definitely, if it's your parents or whatever, most of the time they definitely have your best interest at heart. So they're only telling you what they're telling you because they love you and they want to see you do well in life, not because they're trying to be controlling or because they're old-fashioned, they don't understand what you're going through. Okay. Anyway, it was just placed on my heart this morning to say that. And you know, if I can bless anybody with those words of wisdom today, or with you know, y'all know how I am. Hold on, let me get this camera right again. Okay, you guys know how I am. I don't like to give advice without experience behind it. So that's the reason why I shared my experience. Hold on, how is this? Okay, so that is the reason why I shared my experience with you guys about what happened to me when I was young, because I want you to understand how important it is. I don't want to just be like, oh, I'm giving you advice and it's something that I didn't go through. I'm definitely giving you advice on something that I actually experienced myself. I hope this message helped somebody today. I hope it was something that somebody needed to hear. Parents, if you need to show this to your children, please do so, because it's just something that was laid on my heart today to share with the world. What do you think, Dave? You want to say hi to Cindy's Chronicles?
What's up, Cindy's Chronicles?
It's Friday and she's bucked up today.
What? Try to play me like a little boy.
She got me going to her office this morning. I think she's going to try and put me to work, but you know what?
Yes, lots of work, Cindy. I'm not paying you for the day.
She's not going to pay me for today, but I'm going to her office and just help her get caught up from vacation and stuff like that. Anyway, guys, I seriously hope you have an amazing Friday. Mwah!